Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 806, and it is your first review of 2026. As always, is the Nerd Gianni here to host the show. Alongside our wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful Monday night.
Yep.
New year.
Yep. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2026. Hope that everybody had a safe and fun New Year. I hope that you all are safe. Like I said, safe, happy. I hope that you guys are ready to get back to fucking work because, yeah.
Don't stop.
Because I took today off, and tomorrow is when I get to go back.
Woo.
Well, I don't take today off. As I work 3 days out of the week, I chose to work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, yeah. But of course, before we can get into the review, I don't even know what the fuck we're doing anymore. We'll go into that. But Brad, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. I was kind of people-eed out by New Year's, so I went to bed at like 10:30.
You dipped out at 10:30?
Yeah, I was tired. I was mentally just tired.
Yeah. Well, Brad, look, let's do this. What did you do for Christmas, and what did you do for New Year's, Brad?
So Christmas, went to the in-laws for breakfast. Went to my parents for dinner. Picked my wife up before New Year's, so it was like the day or two after Christmas, maybe 3 days. Went to a nice steakhouse with her after I picked her up from the airport. New Year's, I didn't do much. We went to my brother-in-law, sister-in-law's house. They made some food, went back home, and I just was so done that I just went to bed.
You just went to bed, okay.
I just went to bed.
I
finished Stranger Things.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah.
How was that?
I liked it, but at the same time, it was interesting because they took so long between season 4 and season 5 that all the kids now look in their 30s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like the story and everything was fine. That was just my really big gripe was like the kids grew up way too fast.
I mean, that's kind of what happens when you do that,
Can't really stop that.
Yeah. Yeah, you just went home, and then lately you just been chilling, huh?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I've been reading a book. I'm trying to read more books. So.
Okay. All right.
I did watch. Do I have a notes thing? I have a notes thing.
You watched a lot of stuff, huh?
Let me see. I got through some movies. Okay, here we go. I did watch The Mastermind. I watched Wake Up Dead Man. Okay, so I did Frankenstein. I watched Wake Up Dead Man, and Knives Out Mystery, and The Mastermind.
Okay. I had Christmas here. 23rd, 24th, 24th we did our celebration, and 25th was the good old eat more and rest the hangover. You should ask Eric about how the 24th was. I mean, the 25th was.
If you can remember.
Yeah.
By the way, you wouldn't happen to be related to Josh O'Connor, would you?
Why?
Other than him being white, y'all look very similar.
Let me see. Where's Josh O'Connor? Is he the one who did the what's it called? No, he's an actor.
Yeah, he's an actor. He was in a movie we watched.
How the fuck do I look like this guy?
You kind of look like him.
How?
Like
I look more like the little kid from Climax who was in the fucking the electrical room and got electrocuted.
Okay, which picture? Okay, I'm looking at one picture. There's another picture where he kind
of. Give me the one picture you think that I look like him.
We'll do this off air.
If I looked like Josh O'Connor, I'd probably be married by now. Okay, let's get one thing fucking clear.
Okay, Josh O'Connor is probably taller too, but
Yeah, he's probably taller too.
that's not your fault.
Yeah. But show me here where you think I look like fucking Josh O'Connor.
But we'll do it after the show.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, come on, man. So I went home on the 26th and then went to Mexico for the 27th to the 29th. It was a lot of fun. I got home from the party around like 3 something, didn't go to bed until 4 o'clock in the morning. Next morning, we didn't really get up to do anything until like maybe like 4.
Damn.
It was great. It was great. And I'm going again next week. And then of course just spend some time in Bronzeville with my grandma. And you know, while we were there, pretty much what we did was just watch a bunch of fucking movies and a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
So while I was in Bronzeville, I watched Wake Up Dead Man. Fucking fantastic.
I enjoyed it.
Fucking fantastic.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't think it's my favorite out of the.
I do agree with my brother though. I think it might have taken a little bit too long for them to get to bring out Benoit Blanc.
Yeah, because like he was in the last
okay.
1/3 of the movie, basically.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I love the storytelling that comes up with the Knives Out mystery. But I watched Glass Onion because I saw this on Netflix, and I watched Glass Onion before I watched The Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah.
And I did like Glass Onion more.
I liked Glass Onion. I rewatched Glass Onion after. I really liked it. And I'm just noticing a lot of my shit didn't fucking, what's it called, log on my Letterboxd. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Weird.
It was fucking, whatever. I'll fix that up because I rewatched Glass Onion after I watched Wake Up Dead Man.
I will say I think Glass Onion had more comedy to it.
I think the cast works better in Glass Onion.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that cast was stacked.
Like, it really was.
Like overly stacked.
Yeah, but I still really liked Wake Up Dead Man. I still think it's a really good movie.
No, I like that as well.
Yeah. And then I watched Catherine Bigelow's new movie, House of Dynamite. Didn't like that. I thought it was just par for the course as usual.
I thought The Mastermind was all right. A little bit slow, but you know.
Which is The Mastermind? What's the Mastermind?
It's a
Oh, with Josh O'Connor, right?
Yeah, it's an art heist film. Yeah, I'm not just bringing Josh O'Connor.
Oh, Kelly Reichardt. She's the one who did what's her name? What's the name of that movie? First Cow.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she did First Cow.
I like this much better than First Cow. Okay. I did not like First Cow really.
All right.
I mean, I definitely her style. It's a little slower.
Oh yeah.
It was enjoyable.
Yeah. I also watched Train Dreams. Train Dreams was fucking fantastic. Joel Edgerton is in that movie. Joel Edgerton does a really good job in Train Dreams. Visually beautiful looking movie. Definitely recommend that one. That one's really good, guys. But then I got home and I started watching some other shit. I also rewatched it, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2.
Kind of, that makes sense.
Yeah, I still love those movies. I was telling Brad I kind of prefer Chapter 1 to Chapter 2 now, whereas before it was like, oh, I like Chapter 2 more than Chapter 1.
Yeah.
I really like the cast in Chapter 1. Like, I think those kids work so well with each other. I think they just do such a great job together. Like, I don't know. I was like, okay, I really do dig this one more.
I just think the movies didn't have enough tuba.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Not enough tuba. Also, let's be real. I think the show allowed Skarsgård way more opportunity.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, you can tell. Rewatching the films, I'm like, dude, they are not giving enough room to play with this character to Bill Skarsgård, and I think that's kind of where the movies kind of fall flat sometimes. It's like, wow, like Skarsgård is not being given a lot to work with.
Pennywise is supposed to be this extra dimensional entity who is just
Yeah.
horrifying, and I don't think
I
you
just
give enough
feel
time
like-
in the movies for that.
I feel like the movie just wants Pennywise to be like just scary, just plain scary,
Yeah,
and like doesn't want to tap into like what Pennywise is and what Pennywise represents.
Pennywise is an asshole, but he's funny.
Yeah.
He can be funny, and then he eats people's faces.
Yeah. I watched from a screener. It was Just an Accident, which is the film that won the Palme d'Or, directed by Panahi.
Oh,
This was a fucking crazy movie. Jafar Panahi. This is crazy. Because there's like different ways that this movie could go down, and the way that it goes and the way it ends to me was just fucking crazy. But I'll have more to say about that when we do an episode later on this month. But fucking fantastic movie.
I'm looking at some of these shots, and it's just like, oh, this seems very similar in other movies I've seen, like Cherry.
Yeah. Well, when they're in the car, it's literally the same shot that they do in Taste of Cherry.
Yep,
So
that's,
it's like-
that's the feeling I'm getting from this.
Yeah.
Which, unlike Ebert, I like Taste of Cherry.
But nowhere near being the same story as Taste of Cherry.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now. I also watched Batman Begins in the theater again. I rewatched that. That was cool.
Yeah.
And I watched a screener of No Other Choice.
Stop doing the finger thing.
Screener of No Other Choice. Brad, I'm trying not to say what I actually
Yeah,
did.
no. I know.
Yeah.
Just say screener. You're
Yeah.
fine.
No Other Choice, the new Park Chan-wook film. Once again, I'll have more to say about that in the next couple weeks.
Okay,
But
did you like that?
fucking loved it.
Okay. I mean, I was
But-
looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that's probably pretty good.
But Brad might not agree with me here. I like Decision to Leave more. I think Decision to Leave was great. Brad did not like Decision to Leave all that much.
No.
And Brad's trying to remember what Decision to Leave was.
Exactly. Like, and now I remember. And I'm like, man, it wasn't
Yeah,
my favorite.
Park Chan-wook's Vertigo is basically what that one is.
Yeah, not my favorite.
I love that movie. But I think, entertainment-wise, I think you guys will have a much more fun time with No Other Choice. And then I literally went yesterday to watch one of my favorite movies of the year, Marty Supreme.
Mm.
Fuck.
Does it actually live up to the hype?
Absolutely. If you loved Uncut Gems, you are not going to be disappointed with Marty Supreme.
I feel like now I need to buy the jacket.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. If you loved Uncut Gems, you're not going to be disappointed with Marty Supreme. If
Maybe
you
a ping
did
pong
not
table.
if you were some of those people who hated Uncut Gems, I'm sorry, but I think you might not like Marty Supreme.
I was not one of those people. I actually did enjoy Uncut Gems a lot. I think
Yeah.
I think it's one of those that we actually see Adam Sandler and go, oh,
Yeah.
he's not just a comedy actor. We knew before in other movies, but in Uncut Gems, it's really shown.
And now Raul will be streaming himself playing table tennis. That's funny. Hi, Stacy. Nice to see you.
Stacey, Happy New Year.
Yeah, I'll be getting into some table tennis now. Actually, my family did own a ping pong table. We would play ping pong.
Did you force gump it?
Yeah. But yeah, I watched a bunch of shit, man. And I'm still getting through some stuff because at the end of the week, at the end of the month, we'll be doing our top 10 movies of the year of 2025 and top 5 series of 2025 because we didn't get to it last month.
You know, I don't know your top 10 role, but there are a few movies from the beginning of the year that have just held on strong for me.
I have some that have held on pretty strong there for me
Yeah.
too. Yeah, like I'm thinking shit that I probably watched like in fucking March that has stuck through. But then again, it's like I don't know. I looked at my Letterboxd rap, Brad. My most watched director this last year was was Kurosawa. And then my most watched actor was was fucking what's it called? Ichiro Sugai, which like he's in Sanshiro the Bailiff, Sanshiro Sagata Part One and
Love the
Two.
Kurosawa films.
Yeah.
So
Mitsuguchi.
we still be watching Kurosawa even though he's been gone
Yeah.
for
So but basically,
ever.
he's saying like I think this year was more of like rewatches and a lot of like new
I-
old films that I was watching. I didn't watch a lot of like new releases like I did last year.
Let's be real. This year
2024.
this year was getting through Kurosawa. We were
Yeah,
finishing
but then again, it's
Kurosawa.
just like I feel like my watching habits like were very like I don't know like I feel like I didn't watch a lot this year than I did last year. Like dude, like a couple years ago, like I had like hit like 300 movies in one
yeah.
year.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm kind of feeling the same. I feel like I watched a lot more last year, but it was like, right at the end of the year when I watched all that. Like
Yeah.
I took a month off and just watched movies. I didn't do that this year. I'm pretty sure I got at least 10 movies that I can
Yeah.
rank, but no, I didn't go out and watch a ton of movies.
Yeah. So I'm trying to at least watch some more stuff because like I feel like I just didn't watch a lot of stuff last year.
Damn right, Stacy.
Yeah. What did Stacy say? What? So Brad Hector account, in other words. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
he
about
did.
to watch Dodai's Cut It In again.
Yeah. So like I mean I'm just kind of like surprised at what kind of held strong because like there's like I want to say 3 movies in my list depending how because I'm gonna be squeezing a lot of shit in here, but my number one has been my number one since March.
We might be thinking of the same number one if I'm thinking of the same number one.
Oh no you're probably not, Brad.
No? Okay.
What you're thinking is my number one is actually my number 5 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But like my number one has been number one for a while now. And it's like I just rewatched it over the weekend as well. And I was like, okay, this is still very strongly my number one. And I know I'm gonna have people in there like, it doesn't count. It had a limited release in 2024. Nah. It got officially released, wide release in 2025. So I'm sorry, but it counts for me. I don't write for any publications. I only do this podcast. It counts for me.
And since I'm the only other one here,
Yeah.
I agree with Raul.
Yeah. But
Put it on the list.
But yes, just a lot. Look, we have a couple more weeks that we're gonna be able to squeeze some more in, and then we'll have our list to be able to do at the end of the month. And I'll just go over more about how we're gonna do that at the end of the episode. But just for now, guys, just know that I'm gonna be trying my best to squeeze in some more because there's a lot of stuff that I still want to kind of catch up on.
I do feel like your list is going to be larger to choose from than my list.
Yeah.
Just because I got through quite a few towards the end of the month or two.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6 movies. But it's still not to the point of whatever Raul's watch. It never is.
Yeah. I'm currently right now at 31. I have 31 2025 releases of what I've watched.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think
close.
I'm a third of that.
Yeah.
I probably am a third of that. Like, because I need 10.
Yeah. But yeah, you need 10 and you need 5 10 and like 3 honorable mentions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have some of that.
Yeah. So I guess we should probably get into the review because people are gonna be like, dude, guys, it took you guys 20 minutes to get into the review.
I have exactly that number. I have 13.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Well, you still got a little bit of time, Brad.
We haven't talked to each other in like a month.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get over it.
This is a podcast, guys. This isn't like a
Our
5-minute
podcast.
review
It's not your
video.
podcast. This is our podcast.
But yeah, Brad, you still got time to squeeze in a little bit more.
I'm not sure what to watch though. Like the Mastermind, I just saw, and I had just watched the Knives Out movie with Josh O'Connor, and then I
Yeah.
saw this, and I'm like, hey, Josh O'Connor, I'll watch that.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff still available that you could probably get to. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So,
3 honorable mentions to Venom 3.
God, no.
Can we just leave?
Forgot that came out this year, by the way.
Did that come
Last
out
year.
this year?
I think that came out in 2025,
I
Brad.
didn't watch it.
Was Venom The Last Dance 2025 or was it
Was
2024?
he on an island or something?
Brad, it was 2024. Never
Oh,
mind.
thank God.
By the way, it's gonna take a while for us to get used to saying last year and this year because it's like I'm still thinking I'm in 2025.
Meh.
But with that being said, Brad, let's go ahead and get into this. So if you guys have not watched Eddington, you should probably get out of here. You care about spoilers, but if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes is your one and only spoiler warning and is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCourt. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, Brad, let's go ahead and introduce him to Ari Aster's Eddington.
All right, roll. I forgot this was my movie. Eddington is a 2025 American neo-Western thriller film written and directed by Ari Aster and starring Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Luke Grimes, Deirdre O'Connell, Michael Ward, Austin Butler, and Emma Stone. Set in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic in New Mexico, the film examines the political and social turmoil caused by the contested mayoral election fought between Sheriff Joe Cross and Mayor Ted Garcia. The film had its world premiere at the main competition of the 2025 Cannes Film Festival on May 16, 2025, and was released in theaters by A24 on July 18, 2025. The film received generally positive reviews from critics and has grossed $13.1 million worldwide. And what do we got? Directed and written by Ari Aster. And cinematography, Darius Kanji. Edited by Lucian Johnston. Music by Daniel Pemberton. Bobby Kurlick. Running time 149 minutes. Budget $25 million. Box office $13.1 million. But honestly, this movie was not made for the money. I will say, this was not like a super blockbuster.
Yeah. Nothing else, Brad?
I believe that is it.
All right, man. So Brad, go ahead and let us know what are your initial thoughts on Eddington. Sorry.
So I watched Eddington. What, about a month ago? Roll, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
3 weeks, 4 weeks. I have to say, the first half of this movie, I wasn't like not impressed. Like the acting, the cast in this is great, but that first half of this movie, it felt like I knew what was going to happen. Because it just started out like, okay, we got a mayor and a sheriff who are vying for the mayoral candidacy, and it's just going to be them fighting throughout the whole movie. And then I think this is the biggest swerve in any movie in 2025, maybe in any movie close to ever, when you get to the second half of the movie. Because I was not expecting the second half of the movie. I was expecting, Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix are going to be continuously fighting throughout this film, and that did not happen. Pedro Pascal's acting ended halfway through the movie. So to me, because of this swerve, this made this movie so much more interesting. And I think Joaquin Phoenix in it, just an imperfect sheriff trying to get away with, his crimes, what he believes is perfect crimes, but he fucks up everywhere. Because honestly, no one's bright in this film. There's no smart person really in this film. Mm-hmm. And then you, at the end, have this terroristic group that basically is trying to kill everyone. And it's like, this was not the movie I was expecting at all when I started it and it got halfway point. So to that, I think this is one of the this might be the most interesting film of the year.
So, so I've had an odd relationship. Well, not an odd. I think it's the relationship that everybody's kind of had with Ari Aster's movies in the last couple years. I love Hereditary. I love Midsommar,
I do love Midsommar.
but I was not a fan of Beau is Afraid. And
Did we
I,
did we review Bo is Afraid?
no, I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
We did miss that one. We missed that one. And I was kind of like, oh man. I was like, damn, dude. What's going on here? I'm like, maybe it was just a case of like, hey, you give me a big enough budget to make the movie I want, I'm gonna probably give you a Beau is Afraid too. But that doesn't mean that I'm still gonna like it.
Yeah.
You know, I just understand what was being done here because it's kind of like what happens when anybody is kind of being given the chance to play in the sandbox for as much as you want. So I went into this and I was like, oh man, let's see how this is. All I said was, I want this to be better than Beau is Afraid. That's all I want. I don't want it to be his best work. I don't want it to be life changing. I simply want this to be better than Beau is Afraid.
Yeah, I can't really put this over Midsommar. I just
No. And I love this movie. I don't entirely understand where people are coming from saying like it is too bleak. It is such a downer movie that just completely, minimizes our experience from the pandemic. And I'm like, I don't see that. I don't see that. I maybe it's just
I thought
me being
okay.
who I am.
But also, I mean, we come from rural areas.
Yeah.
That sheriff character is many a person I have met during the pandemic who refused to wear a mask, which
Yeah.
that is just how it was. And I don't, I'm not understanding the whole bleak part of it. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, there's a lot of people who like, because this comes out relatively the same time around One Battle After the Another. And like, oh, this movie isn't as important socially as One Battle After Another is. Like, it says more. Like, it's not saying as much as it thinks it's saying. And it's
by
like
the same director, or
no, it's Paul Thomas Anderson. Is
why
One Battle
are
After Another.
why are we comparing the two movies?
It's like,
just because they came out the same time.
Yeah, it's like, I get it. Like, it's two socially, what's it called, relevant films. But you just have a lot of people who are saying like, oh, it's just too bleak. It's like, it's too much of a downer. Like, it's kind of minimizing our experience from the pandemic. It's like making kids out to be dumb because they care about racial inequality and like all these things. And it's just like, to me, I think the reason that you guys are bitching is probably why I think I love this movie the most, so much, is because I think it's our inability to reflect on our experience from back then. And it's like, I'm sorry, but the pandemic was kind of ridiculous. Like, you look back and it's like the fact that like most of these things that we went through was like, wow, like it's kind of ridiculous that people didn't want to follow rules. It's kind of ridiculous that, that some people were like using racial inequality as a chance to kind of like score brownie points with a community that just wants to be listened to. And it's like, I don't know. Mayor governor, especially in our neck of the woods. Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually
Maria Sheriff.
Like, again, I think Roll was hitting on it. Like, this to me was kind of realistic.
Yeah.
At least the first half. It was like, that was kind of happening.
And then, like, to me, what I found most interesting about this movie is just like, how local and state politics, especially at that time, were butting like heads. Like, oh, locally we want to do this. We have ordinances here. No, but the state law, resides more over the local ordinances. And it's like, but federally we are all supposed to be wearing masks. Like you have like everybody's like, okay, how the fuck are we supposed to be working together to navigate this fucking global pandemic if these three separate parts of our government are not wanting to work together?
Can I just say, there's a lot of people who, I feel bad because they had to stay home.
Yeah.
And they stayed home, which is what kind of we were all supposed to do. There were essential workers throughout this.
Yeah.
A lot of them were government workers. I was one of them. We still went to work. Yeah. And to tell you, if you want to think of something bleak, like, we went to work and there were no phone calls.
Yeah.
There were nothing.
Yep.
There was like 2 or 3 years of nothing, and it
So
was
and it's
fucking
like,
weird.
yeah, and of course, Astor does it in his most absurd fashion because it's like what his last couple films have kind of been. It's kind of been like these absurdist films, and I think he does it way better in this than he does it in Beau is Afraid, because this is kind of a topic that kind of lends to that absurdist nature. But I really like that, and I think that of course Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal are really good in the movie. Deirdre O'Connell is fucking fantastic too. Love seeing her in this movie, especially after seeing her in The Penguin. But I don't know, Brad. I feel like there was like kind of like a not a misunderstanding, because I kind of just had finished having this conversation with my brother, where it's kind of like, hey, like once you release a movie, it no longer belongs to you. Like it belongs to the public, and the public will always have an interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Whether that be misinterpretation or a correct interpretation. An interpretation is an interpretation. There is no one interpretation of art. There are multiple interpretations of it.
And that's why there are so many opinions
Yeah.
on this art.
Yeah.
I mean, look
So
at Taste
I'm-
of Cherry. Roger Ebert, one of the greatest reviewers of all time.
I don't agree.
I still think
I
he
don't
got
agree
that
with
wrong.
him.
I got that
I think
wrong.
you got it completely wrong.
Yeah.
But like I look at this movie and I'm kind of like, hey, like to me this is one of my favorite movies of the last year. I think that it beautifully, talks about like what we kind of went through in 2020 to 2022. It's especially when it came to like both ends of the political spectrum looking like idiots, and it's like there's
I think this is just, there's truth into it, and then it goes into the exaggerated, which is
Yeah.
Ari Aster's bread
Yeah.
and butter.
bread and butter. I feel like this movie expects you to be able to reflect, and I think that this movie is being given to a population that does not want to reflect on the last couple of years.
Most people just want to forget about it. and
They want to
move
forget,
on.
and that's the thing. It's like I don't think us as a collective society, we're not ready for movies about the pandemic because nobody wants to remember that. People want to forget it. They don't want to reflect on what happened, and that's kind of like where we get put into the situation that we are in right now. It's because we don't want to talk about like what was done wrong and what was done right during the pandemic. And maybe if we would have just kind of like gotten our shit together, maybe we would not be in the mess that we are in right now. But I think it's a great movie. I really do think it is. And I think that
I definitely think it's the most interesting. I think it's one of the most, if not the most interesting movie of the year. Just because I through half the movie, I'm just expecting, because I didn't watch a trailer or anything on this. I didn't read
me neither.
the movie. I just fucking watched it. And through half of it, I'm just like, oh, Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix are just going to be fighting for the whole movie. That'll be all right. And then that was not what happened. That is not at all what happened.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix goes off and loses his goddamn mind.
Yeah. So like I don't know, man. I don't see where people are coming from with what they thought about it. I think that to me it's a genius film, and I think that it's bleak, but like what do you want, a fucking story about the pandemic to be happy? It's like, dude, it was a shit time.
Yeah, no, it was a bad time. And anybody who's not, if you can put rose-colored glasses over that, that's I guess that's a way to deal with it. But yeah, the pandemic pretty much sucked.
Yeah, like it fucking does. And I
think the only good thing is like me and Raul reviewed way fucking more,
way more than we thought we would too.
Yeah.
The only thing that was really cool about those years was like everything was like being premiered online, so it's like cool. Like we had so many movies that we could just review because from that year, because like they were all available online.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great movie. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, and I think that is like probably one of his best works.
I think it's just I think the swerve from the first half to the second half of the movie. I literally sent it to Raul that like this movie just kind of blew my mind with that. It was just like I was not expecting any of that. Of what just happened. And then and the thing is, like, you have where Joaquin's character kills Pedro Pascal's character and his son, and then it just continues on. It gets the ante gets upped and upped and upped until
Yeah, that's kind of what I love about it. It's like
I'm just like,
the ante
holy
keeps being like up,
up,
and it's
up.
kind of like what I'll say about Marty Supreme. It's like, you're constantly rolling high, 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 like, and it gets to that, where he gets fucking shot and paralyzed, and it's like,
Well, before that, he like finds a minigun.
yeah,
And before that, the terrorist group like blows up a cop, two
yeah,
cops, and the car, and then shoots up his house, and he gets the minigun, and
yeah.
it's just the ridiculousness of it, like
Plus,
continues
like,
higher
I
and higher
love
and
the way
higher.
that that Astor kind of like plays with all these different genres. Like, he's kind of playing within like Western, black comedy, horror, thriller, and it's like, dude, he's handling all these different genres and never kind of shifting from the tone that he's playing with in the first half and the second half.
No, because the first half, what do you think? Like kind of a dramatic,
Yeah,
maybe comedy, and
and
then
somehow it never feels like two different movies in one. Like,
no,
it's like,
no. It feels like this character decided to make a decision, and that decision has now led to all this shit happening.
yeah. So, Brad, any final thoughts before we go
I, I,
into
I,
the final verdict?
I personally think, again, I'll say, I think this is the most interesting film. It's not my favorite of the year, but it is, I think, the most interesting film of the year, which means it'll probably be on my list. And I got to give credit to Ari Aster because it was that last half of this film. I mean, the first half is good, but that last half of this film, it just kind of blew my mind. It's like, I don't even know how you thought that up, and then you put
Yeah,
this on the screen, and Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal and the rest of the cast just freaking wonderful in this.
yeah. Here's something we haven't done in a while, Brad. Let me go look at the lowest and the highest
How are we
reviews.
doing Letterbox?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's see this.
Let's read some Letterbox.
Here, I want to see this.
It's probably going to be pretty divisive.
I want more than one sentence. Okay. Okay, so this is what somebody has to say. Actually, they just watched this. I was so disappointed in this movie. I have loved and championed every other Astor movie, but this one I cannot get behind. I was expecting a nuanced, interesting, and different take on the pandemic and the politics surrounding it. All I got was a tired retelling of everything we heard on the news and saw on social media. It was slow-paced and boring, and the acting was subpar. Crazy to think, since I am always impressed by Phoenix and Pascal. I don't know how much I made it. I don't know how I made it to the end of the movie, to be honest. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a half star. Let's see what else. Oh, that's in French. I don't know how to read French. Oh, I love it when they started like this, Brad. Didn't even finish the movie. It's way too long, in my opinion. And the COVID aspect to me got in the way of the real issue, which was the AI centers. And it probably was supposed to, because it was based on real life, I'm sure, then do it better. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I got maybe halfway through and I was like, why do I care? I don't. About also what was happening with Emma Stone's character. I'm sure if I finished this movie, I'd find out, but that's why I didn't finish the movie, because I was so bored.
The man literally stopped before the fucking movie just went bonkers.
I think this look unironically looked really good on Joaquin Phoenix, like the facial hair and the haircut and the hat. They also said this was a Western
He didn't
thriller.
watch the whole fucking movie, and so now he's just going off on Joaquin's facial hair.
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't get to leave a fucking review if you didn't watch the whole movie. We have sat here and watched terrible fucking movies. That's why we get to review them. So no.
They also said this was a Western
move
thriller.
on. I am not listening to this anymore. He didn't watch the whole fucking movie.
Hold on. Western? What are the qualifications to be a Western? Wearing a cowboy hat? Like, what? Thriller, I suppose, but Western? Just because it takes place in New Mexico and cowboy hats are worn does not make it a
Western.
Western. There are more to it being a Western than that, guys, but yeah.
That and my phone seemed more interesting at the time.
Oh my god. Okay,
But
one
where's
more
the
half.
Western? Like, I only watch half of it. Where's the Western?
I'm gonna.
It happened in the
Okay,
desert
here we
in
go. I
New
think we have a
Mexico. Maybe that was
interesting one here. Here's one. Okay, this is the last half-star review. I hate centrists with a burning passion. Most useless fucks on this planet. A real both sides are bad story. I don't know how you make a movie about being out of touch and ignorant while being out of touch and ignorant making the movie. How do you make a whole movie where a central part of the plot is people going crazy over reactions to COVID and BLM and shit, and not once mention Trump and how much of the hysteria is directly his fault? Like, this movie wants so badly to be provocative without ever actually taking a stance or saying anything. This is a weak and pathetic movie, never entertaining, rarely funny, and all around just a fucking drag of a film. A genuine waste of my time. 1.5 out of 10. Because let me tell you something here. And this is something I've noticed. I genuinely believe that audiences want to be spoon-fed now. I think they want it to be spoon-fed, especially when it comes to movies like this, Brad. Guys, if they outright say, well, shit, man, President Trump is the reason this is all like this, it takes away any of the subtlety in the movie.
Yeah.
It takes away any of the work that you, as the viewer, need to do to figure out what is happening in it.
Well, let's be real, Roll. If they had just literally just come out and say, hey, this is Trump's fault, we would never hear anything else about this fucking movie other than the talking heads going, this movie's evil because it talks bad about President Trump. That is all that would have came out of this movie. And the thing is, most people don't even remember that the pandemic started with Trump in office. Yeah. Nobody remembers that.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Look, there's a lot to digest there. Username, Junior Trump. There's a lot to be said here. There's a lot that I want to say, but I just don't have the time to say it. But I don't know, man. It's just, to me, there's just, look, I believe there are issues where the both sides are bad does not pertain to. And I think that there are points in this life, especially the fact that we do not live in a black and white world. No matter as hard as everybody in the general population, especially those of you who cannot get your fucking eyes off a goddamn screen or off a goddamn Twitter feed, or cannot, do more than just post a goddamn square on Instagram on your story and think that it's the end of the day of your social activism, there is not a black and white world that we live in. It is a very gray world that we live in. The older you get, the more you realize that things are not this way and this way only. I'm sorry, there is not. You can look at what happened in 2020 and you can realize that yes, there's a lot of bad things that happened and things that needed to change. But there are also ways that us as the population reacted to that was just absolutely stupid and ridiculous. Like, and I don't know, maybe it's just growing up that we need to do, or maybe just getting off this fucking thing right here. Getting off this fucking thing and learning to think for yourself and not having a general fucking internet crowd create your fucking consensus and your opinion. Maybe finally being able to think for yourself. But, I don't see where this whole it's saying that both sides are bad. Maybe because that is the case. That both sides are bad.
Because there were bad things that both sides, I mean, you can look at it and you go one side, they refuse to wear masks. Okay. I mean, they probably would have helped prevent a lot of those getting sick if majority wore masks. But on the other side, you also had, the kids staying home, and that really hurt them because they were not able to, interact with other kids. And that's a really big part of being a kid, is figuring out your personality, interacting with other kids.
And because of that, we have the problem we have right now, where you have a lot of fucking kids who are now teenagers or adults who don't know how to socially interact.
Yeah.
Who are having a really hard time readjusting to school systems, or, kind of like what's happening right now with people like this who write these reviews. who don't know how to to digest what you're watching. And I don't know, maybe that's just a conversation for another time, but I think that I think we are just not prepared for this type of movie. We're just not prepared. It takes a lot of self-reflection. It takes a lot of maturing and a lot of growing up for us to have a movie like this.
I think, like, the majority of us can agree, the pandemic was just a bad time.
Yeah.
It was a bad time.
I think this movie's going to go through a critical reevaluation, Brad. I truly believe this movie's going to go through a critical reevaluation.
I feel like, it'll be a cult favorite.
Yeah.
20 years from now.
Yeah.
I really feel that.
All I know is that I had a grand old time, and I thought it was a great movie.
Fucking second half. The minute Pedro Pascal has a bullet through his chest, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? The last I know, Pedro slapped him, and what the fuck? What?
Yeah. If you're listening to this and you wrote that review and you want to have a conversation, I will 100% have a conversation with you about what this film is trying to say and what it does. Ultimately, your opinion is your opinion, and I respect it because we all have we all are entitled to it.
The full film.
And at least you watch it. That I'll give you.
I can respect someone's opinion if they watch the full film and they go, "I did not like it."
Yeah,
I can respect that. If you,
now, the one before
if
that,
you watch it halfway though, and you're like, "Where's the Western in it?" It's like you didn't watch the fucking whole movie.
Yeah,
the Western was in the second part, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the case, and I'll just read 1 5-star. Let me see this here.
Wait, is this the Last of Us?
Yeah.
No stakes.
All right, let me get 1 5-star here, please, and not just one like meme review, or one that just says I liked it.
I liked Joaquin's hat. I liked Pascal's mustache.
So this movie was so funny. I think some folks need to get a grip and learn to laugh like we all went a little crazy during the pandemic. Folks across the political spectrum were absolutely trying to live out their hero, savior, justice fantasies just to feel something. Like the hired Antifa militia is crazy, but what's so a random dumbass sheriff having Marine-level sniper skills? I don't think we are supposed to take this movie as seriously as some people are taking it. By the way, no movie so far has better shown how the internet is shaping who we are. I agree. One more. One more, please. Through a hilarious satirical take on recent history, Astor finds a way to perfectly capture rural America during early COVID, leaving the first film that may document such without being vapid. I agree. All right, man. Brad, what is your final? So is this the last? Brad, what is your final verdict on Eddington?
Like I said, I don't think this movie's perfect.
No, I don't agree with that either.
I mean, it's not even my favorite Ari Aster film. I keep bringing up. I think this film blows my mind, so I give it credit for that. But I've seen Ari Aster do better things. His cinematography has been better. I think the cast in it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
probably
gonna
that 5 out of 10, Brent.
No.
I'm playing.
I'm probably gonna go like I'm in between like a few numbers, but I really feel like a solid 8 out of 10 is what I'm gonna give this film because it's a good film. It's a good film. And again, the second half of this film is so unexpected. It literally had me going, "Oh shit." I mean, that's really how I feel about this film. It's a very unexpected, from start to finish, you do not really understand what's about to happen that second half based on the first half.
All right. My final verdict is 8.75 out of 10, Brad. Coming in higher than you. I really like this movie. I think it's one of my favorites of the year.
I think it'll probably end up on my list.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a lot of films on my list, but this would probably end up anyway on it.
It currently is in my list, but it's kind of not holding strong right now because I got a lot to squeeze in, and it might be dropped down. But if it gets dropped down, it 100% will be a honorable mention.
Yeah.
But with that being said, that does conclude our review of Eddington. And of course, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us here. And as always, keep up to date with us on thenerdcore.com, Twitter at thenerdcore _, Instagram at thenerdcore, Letterboxd thenerdcore, TikTok at thenerdcore, patreon.com/nerdcore. If you're watching this early with a live chat, that means that you are in our Patreon. So thank you guys so much for supporting us there. And
Thanks, Stacy.
I know we didn't hit the 600 goal because what's it called? We didn't go as hard as we wanted to the last month, but we still are 9 subs away.
Yeah.
So now at the end of January, I want to hit 600, and I think that we can make that happen. So guys, please.
I believe in us.
Yes, please go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notification bell. Leave a like. We are so close. I can taste it. Discord link is in the description below. You can go ahead and join us there. And that's where you can actually find our executive producer, Stacy. You can find him on there, on the live chats, on the YouTube comments, all that wonderful stuff. So please go ahead and join him there, as he is always there and he doesn't have social media. But we want to thank all our other Patreon supporters because of you guys. We love you guys, and we are able to make this happen. Literally, it's the only way that we pay for EV Mugs. Well, other than Brad. But, you know, what's it called? Yeah. Thank you guys for being the amazing people that you are. We will see you guys again this weekend. We have Fallout Episode 1, Season 2, Episode 1 to do. But other than that, guys, basically what we're going to do, Brad, is we're going to play it by ear. We're just going to be deciding movies until we do our list.
Yeah.
And our Patreon mini pod will be just a old movie that we choose.
Yeah, cool.
That's it. And we'll do what we gotta do in February because shit happened and we got busy. But other than that, next week, guys, we will be doing Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein as our review. And then the week after that, we'll see what we're gonna do. Yeah. I don't know. If we can manage to squeeze something that we both haven't watched, it'd be cool, but we might just end up doing Bring Her Back. Because I haven't talked about Bring Her Back. And Brad hasn't talked about Bring Her Back yet.
I did watch it, though.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So, with that being said, Brad, let's go ahead and get him out of here.
All right, roll. Theme and host as always. Here. Wait. We got Stacy. I suggest one, a David Byrne one, perhaps.
Sure, why not, Stacey? Fuck it. We're going to do a David Byrne movie at the end of the month. What, you want to do Stop Making Sense? Or American Utopia?
I don't know. Stacy, say what you want us to do. We'll do it. Thank you to Stacy for joining us in chat. Thank you to our listeners.
For Patreon, by the way.
Yes. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I guess all I got to say is don't use your wife's sexual assault as a political standing point because that never ends well.
Nope.
And Stacey wants us to do American Utopia.
Okay. Sure, why not, man?
Yeah, man. With that, thank you, Stacey, and Young Goat out.